to be about gut health. We're going to sharpen the axe on gut health and why it's so fucking important. So a lot of people don't know we are more bacteria, okay, than we are cells in our body. And that's a little fucking crazy if you think about it. We got more bacteria in our gut than we do cells in our body. It's fucking insane. Now, one of the best things I have learned recently, if you follow me, my wife had the situation with long haul. We focused on her gut, repairing it, and she's about 90% now. Okay. One of the best things I learned this year was you're not what you eat, you're what you absorb. Okay. You're not consuming shit if your body's not consuming it. You know what I mean? So you could be overeating. You could be eating some shit that your body's just not absorbing. You could think that you're doing all the right things, but your body's not doing the right things for you. So first things first, the gut is the second brain of the body. There's life in the gut and death begins in the gut. Okay, everything is gut. It's the second brain, and it can control your mind. It could fuck up your mind, and you can control your gut. So like the gut can control your mind, and it will take the mind to control the gut to fix it. Now, what a lot of people believe is if you take probiotics and prebiotics and all this shit, your gut is healthy. Not always true. It can be healthy, but it's not always true. Those prebiotics could actually be feeding bad bacteria, and those probiotics could be contributing to bad bacteria. Now, is there a test that can test your gut bacteria? There are certain tests that can find certain gut bacteria that can be detrimental to the body. I'm not going to get all scientific on it, but for the most part, there's nothing that can actually really tell you if your gut is amazing or not. Now, when it comes to diet, okay, and I'm going to speak on this firsthand, and this isn't a conversion to carnivore or anything like that. Now, when I first started carnivore, overnight, I went from, like in the normal Western diet to just meat, sea salt, and water. That's it for 3 months. That's what I did. Now, the best thing that ever happened to me, I mean, it was terrible, but the best thing that ever happened to me was what we call the keto flu. So by day 10 of me being on this diet, I basically shit my life away for about 72 hours, and it was kind of the best thing that ever happened to me. Why? Because before that, I had like this bubble. Right here that you can see like my upper abs, but it was like bloated 24/7 for years. And I took probiotics, I took the cleansing shit, took all these things, and it wouldn't go away. After I went through that keto flu, that shit went away. Why? Because during that process where your body's transitioning from kind of one diet to another, I guess you could say, it's going to get rid of all the bacteria that your body no longer needs to digest food you're no longer consuming. So I got rid of sugars. So it was just meat, sea salt, water. I got rid of sugars. I got rid of starches. I got rid of fiber. I got rid of even dairy. I got rid of all the shit that my body did not need. And after about day 14, it started on day 10, let's just say about day 14, I've never felt more optimal. Okay, never. My mind was so clear. I can do a lot of long endurance activities that like normally I didn't do. You know what I mean? But I could do them as if I've been doing them. It was actually pretty fucking shocking. And I operated off of proteins and fats, which I believe is all that is necessary. Personally, I'm not a doctor, just as a fucking disclaimer. But fat is the energy source for long distance, long endurance type of activities. Where as far as carbs are more or less like, like powerlifting kind of shit, short explosive movements, that type of energy source. So I'm saying that to say this: it's not what you put into your body that's going to help your gut. It's what you take away. Okay. And this is even for like vegetarians or vegans or things like that. Being on a very high alkaline diet can help your gut out. I don't recommend that for long periods of time. Personally, I believe plants and shit like that are medicine. I don't see them as, constant reoccurring necessity food. That's just my personal opinion. But Like, we've been to doctors, even with my wife's situation. She had the long haul situation. She's about 90% now, and we found out it's in her gut. And come to find out, she had leaky gut. And the problem with leaky gut is, with doctors, they're never taught it. They don't know shit about it unless they do their own research. And we've actually been to a GI doctor that told us medically, I don't know what leaky gut is. And he had no information on it about us, or no information for us about it. And I said goodbye. We were kind of on our own through the whole situation. We learned a lot. And the problem with leaky gut mostly is it's about as common as vitamin D deficiency. Okay. About 70% of people are deficient in vitamin D, and about 30 to 40% are critically deficient in vitamin D. Now, when you go get your vitamin D test, I'm not talking about fucking on a scale of 0 to 100. It's like 30 to 100 is optimal. That's bullshit. That's not optimal. Okay. That's survivable. All right. You should be about 60 at least, 50 to 60 minimum. Okay. That's for a whole nother story, but that's about how common it is on the same scale, right? It doesn't have to be super severe. It could be as mild as fuck. But if it's there, it's there. Okay. And doctors aren't taught this. And I mean, fuck, they only do about 2 hours of fucking diet and nutrition training anyway, within like their 10 years of med school. I think it's fucking ridiculous. But at the end of the day, the American diet is one of the shittiest diets on the planet. And our food pyramid is basically, it's based off a cow's diet. Didn't know if you knew that. It's based off a fucking cow's diet. That's what our food pyramid is based off of. And we still go off a 2,000 calorie a day regimen that was made in World War I to keep soldiers alive. That's our diet guidelines that we've been going with for over like 100 fucking years. You know what I mean? Not over 100 years, but about that. It's like 80 to 100 years this shit's been going on. Now, if you take all that in consideration and you see what's marketed on TV, the sugars, the candies, all this bullshit, right? We're sold sickness, and then we're sold the cure, because right after that candy commercial is fucking medicine commercial. And when's the last time you seen a Jolly Green Giant commercial? Or a Got Milk? You know what I mean? And Got Milk, I'm not even going to go down that road. Milk started becoming marketed when they took raw milk off and started putting all this processed hormone-filled milk. But we're going to save that for something else as well. So if you think about it, our care is not in the best of hands, and they're taught this as well. So how do you fix this? All right. So when it comes to probiotics, only take probiotics that lean towards the diet you're going on, or you are on, or you plan to be on. For instance, if you're a vegetarian, right? You don't need probiotics that are found in yogurt or kefir. If you're on a carnivore diet, those are the probiotics you should be focusing on, rather than kimchi and kraut and things like that. You know what I mean? So certain probiotics, can you benefit from them? Yeah, sure, but they'll probably just die off in your body and you'll shit them out. Just keep that in mind when the time does come. And as far as prebiotics are literally food for probiotics. So if you're just taking prebiotics and you have shit gut health, all you're doing is feeding bad gut health. Personally, what I recommend is get rid of sugars, get rid of starches, and get rid of unnecessary shit that you don't need for at least 30 days. Okay? Because your leaky gut or your gut health can take up to 6 months to a year to fucking fix. It's not an overnight thing. It could be fixed in a month, maybe, depending on your severity. Now, here's the tinfoil hat situation. What I came to learn is a lot of mental health issues are from the gut. Like I said, it's the second brain. Okay? There's like anxiety, depression, there's some autism, there's just basic digestive issues, there's all kinds of shit. Autoimmune diseases are big. There's all kinds of shit that leaky gut contributes. to. And it's not taught. Now, do you see why it's not taught? Because it would take a shit ton of money out of a lot of people's pockets if people had proper gut health. And what are we fed most? Pancakes, basically fake fucking vegetables, processed oils, sugars. Everything is egg or waffles, pancakes, syrup, candied yams. Everything is like sugar based. And you don't know you're addicted to sugar until you get rid of it. You won't know you're addicted to sugar until you get rid of it, and you start going through fucking withdrawals like a drug fiend, headaches, sweats, just all the literally, it's fucking bad. Even coffee creamer, shit like that. How much sugar a day do you actually consume? Because even in a can of Coke, there is ingredients in Coca-Cola to keep you from throwing it up because there's so much sugar in it. You see what I mean? So how do you fix this? Depends on what kind of diet you want to go on. Okay. I personally, in certain situations, like my situation, carnivore helped me. Other situations, I think a high alkaline vegetable diet will help you out, being a vegetarian or something like that. Now, get rid of starches, get rid of sugar, including fruit. Okay. Anything with added sugar, period, and including fruit, I would honestly get rid of for at least 30 days. No processed oils, even olive oil, get rid of it. Get fucking rid of it. At least, like, they say olive oil is good. I personally think it's probably the only oil that's probably good. No soybean oil, no fucking coconut oil, no canola, no vegetable, no, definitely not fucking corn. Get rid of all fucking oils. Me personally, I use tallow and I use ghee, or I'll just use some fat from the steak and cook it like that. But if you're not going to go that route, that's fine. There are other alternatives, like I mentioned. Just cut out that bullshit, okay? Cut out oils, cut out sugars, cut out starches for about 30 days, okay? And I mean all sugars. I mean, even cut out dairy, cut out anything with sugar in it, period. Cut out chicken, just no skin chicken, get rid of that. And focus on shit clean, okay? Go organic for a little while. Even if you don't believe in it, just do it for a while. Do it for a month. Go organic for a month. No hormone beef, so focused on grass-fed, pasture-raised eggs, organic food, wild-caught fish. Just focus on shit like that, okay? When it comes to meat. Other than that, focus on organic when it comes to plants and things like that. And you'd be amazed how much better you can feel in a month. And if you do have anxiety or depression or things like that, cut out the bullshit. No caffeine, no coffee. I know it's hard for a lot of people, but it's also hard having a shit fucking gut. So which hardship do you want to go through? A bad gut for the rest of your life, or no caffeine for a month or 2 or 3, maybe even 3 months? You know what I mean? Just cut the shit out. Do this as a favor to yourself. I know it's going to be hard, but it's going to be a lot harder on your body if you don't do it, because the gut is probably the most important part of your body, obviously other than your fucking brain, but it will control your brain if your brain doesn't control it. All right, need that discipline for about a month. Focus on that gut health, get it proper, and then I guarantee you, once you touch some bullshit again, you're going to regret it.